Alternative educational programs can change lives. We want to talk about that, and with me is Kimberly Montrose, who's the Project Hope Coordinator at Francis Tuttle Technology Center in Kimberly. I'm delighted you're with me today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about Project Hope.
Project Hope is a 15-year-old alternative education program that doesn't fit the norm. It is housed on a career tech campus in northwest Oklahoma City. We are on the main campus of Francis Tuttle, where we instruct about 167 students. We have 135 of the students on the main campus at Rockwell, and then the rest of the students are housed on the Reno campus in the south part of Oklahoma City. In the program, I enroll students who have dropped out of school or are at risk of dropping out to re-enter the educational system, and they spend 1/2 day in vocational training, which is the key. And the other half a day they spend in Project Hope, which is the academic piece, where they can achieve all of the graduation requirements for their school district. We work with 6 different districts, 10 different high schools.
So you have this at different areas where they can become involved in it. Geographically, you have
Geographically, there are 2 places.
You have two different areas.
Right.
And it's what intrigues me is that combination of the academic time and the well, I just call it VOTech, but the technology training. And how do you see that coming together, and how has it been working over the last few years?
Well, it's been working really well. We have anywhere from an 82 to a 92% success rate. And I think for these young people, probably many times it's of their own doing, but sometimes the educational system has let them down. And we can have them re-enter the system, and the cool thing about the program is they get involved in a vocational program that they enjoy. And in doing so, they can really see the correlation from, I hate to use the old term school to work, but they can see how what they do in the vocational training program, actually how we can help them on the academic side to improve their skills in that vocational training program.
Kind of like they're beginning to own the process of their
education.
And they're beginning to see the end results and kind of the roll up your sleeves type thing. You know, I really see where this is going. Are we kind of connecting there on that?
Exactly. I personally believe it's the way school should be for all students. The high school diploma is a really nice thing to achieve, and it's kind of a stepping stone in their lives, but it's not going to get them a job. What will get them a job is the vocational skills training.
And in the challenging job market that we have today, I mean, this kind of forward thinking is the direction that where things have to go in the state of Oklahoma if we want to continue to improve our economy.
Exactly. I had a young man from Putnam City North enter into the program. His skills were not the best academic skills, so he entered through Project Hope. He was enrolled in a 2-year auto mechanics program, ended up being Student of the Year. We were so proud of him. He went on to work at an auto dealership. This kid has been halfway around the world with all of his training. He is right now stationed overseas. He's working in Afghanistan, and he's doing training over in Afghanistan. I have 3 degrees. This kid makes more money than I do.
That's market driven anymore, you know.
Yes, yes it is.
It really is.
Yes, it is.
And that's the way it should be. But
yes.
But that's something that these young people can begin to make those decisions. You know, what area of the market do I want to get into? Where do I want to put that energy?
And he's happiest when his head is under, you know, the hood of a car. And what's so neat about it is he is now teaching people. He's being put in the teaching position, and what a better way to learn your craft than to have to teach it to somebody else.
Oh, that will solidify it tremendously. Now, we have some kudos here for a project, an extremely innovative project that was done some time back, but still, I think, very much just talks about this whole concept of giving individuals an opportunity to own their experience, and that's the solar car project.
The solar car project was extremely successful. We participated 3 years in a row. We had an absolutely fabulous science teacher, and he had this dream. The first year we took the car that we built on site at Francis Tuttle to Topeka, Kansas. We crashed and burned. The second year we placed second in the nation, and we decided we're not quitting until we win the whole thing. The third year with the car Mirage, we placed first in the nation and then went on to race it in Japan, where we placed 14th in the world. Now, the team that won was Team Mitsubishi, and our Francis Tuttle Career Tech dropout students placed 14th in the world. It was the perfect place to do it at Francis Tuttle because it's such a microcosm. We have auto mechanics, we have engineering classes at the Portland, we have machining classes at the Portland campus, and so the whole car was constructed by all of our entities at Francis Tuttle. And my superintendent at the time said, you know, we don't really have a mascot for Francis Tuttle, but we have a solar car.
Well, there you go. And
right.
But all the hopes and the dreams and the capabilities of those, as you were saying, individuals who had kind of given up on school earlier, who came back together and with this vision were able to achieve 14th in the world.
14th in the world. 9 students went on the trip to Japan. 7 of them had never been on an airplane. What an opportunity for these kids to participate in something on such a grand scale. All of those 9 kids graduated from high school. Some of them may have found their way to do it on their own, but I would like to think with the support from the vocational training, the Project Hope staff, which is phenomenal, and the added component of all of the counseling, these kids found their way.
What do you see? Let's brainstorm for a minute.
Okay.
What do you see for Project Hope? What's the future looking like for the opportunity? Because we do have a challenge with the dropout issue today within the schools.
Oklahoma has a very strong alternative education component for students, but we're still losing kids rapidly. Outside factors, homes breaking apart. I think for the future of Project Hope, what we're trying to work on right now is an ESL component to the program. Oklahoma City has not been hit extremely hard in the past with a Hispanic population, but we are now.
Yes.
And it's coming northwest to Oklahoma City. So our next dream is to add an additional instructor and hopefully to pick up some ESL students so they can have this vocational training. There won't be the language barrier. We can offer the academics through Project Hope, and then the ESL teacher can work with the vocational training instructors to help the Hispanic population be trained.
And the ESL, English as a second language, will be an important component to that. Our time has gone by so quickly.
Yes.
Well, Kimberly Montrose, who is the Project Hope coordinator with Francis Tuttle Technology Center, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.